In elementary school, I literally told my elementary school teachers, when I grow up, I want to be a professional bass fisherman. I think I caught my first bass when I was 5 years old. Yeah, from the time that I understood that when you grew up, you had to do something to make money, to feed your family. From that time, I knew I wanted to be a pro bass fisherman, and I had a day job. I worked in a factory, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'd much rather be here.
With 21 pounds and 6 ounces, woo! Oh my goodness.
Man, it happened quick yesterday. Caught 21.6 in like 20 minutes yesterday morning. You know, I feel like maybe I found a little sneaky spot, and that's hard to find on the Tennessee River anymore. And I'm certainly not counting my chickens before they hatch, because it's hard to hide anything from this group of guys. But I don't know. I hope I can get back on it this morning. You know, it could be good if I can. If not, we'll go run all the community holes and everything else that everybody else is doing. You know, and just see what happens. I don't know. I'm excited to get back to that spot though and explore it a little bit more. Dang, got it. Big one too. Quit jumping, big sucker. Gosh, he's got it swallowed. Buddy. That is so awesome. Come here, girl. Oh my gosh, yes. First bite of the morning. There's a pile of them in there too. I can see them on active target. That's the way to start the day right there. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just retying real quick. I've caught 4 or 5 here on a little worm. They're not as active this morning. Yesterday morning for a little while, I swear you could have threw a piece of bubble gum in there and caught one, but this morning they're a little bit tighter. I think it's just because there's not as much current this morning. But I just started throwing a little Nico rig, and they're biting it pretty good. So I'm gonna keep throwing it. I'm gonna upsize my worm a little bit. I was throwing about a 6-inch worm. I'm gonna put a bigger mag trick worm on. Just try to get a little bit bigger bite this morning. We're off to a good start, and there's still plenty of fish here. I mean, every time my active target pans around there, I can see them sitting there. You know, yesterday morning I had 21 pounds by now, but I figure I've probably got 14 or 15 so far this morning. But there's still a ton of fish here. I've caught 7 or 8 keepers so far, just kind of rotating through baits. You know, yesterday I caught most of them cranking, caught a couple of good ones on a jig, but number 5, 3.5 pounds. This morning I had to slow down, throw a little worm a little bit just to get them to bite. And I'm still learning this spot, you know. I mean, heck, I hadn't fished here much at all, and I don't have much history here. I just found this spot the last day of practice, so many tournaments are won by those big bites. Yesterday I caught a 6.9. Today, the biggest thing I've got is gonna be close to a 5-pounder.
Yes, sir.
You know, I figure tomorrow and the next day I'll probably need a 6+ pounder somewhere along the way, but I'm getting some quality bites throughout the day. Found a couple of new things today that I think I can lean on if I need to, so just got to take it day by day. We'll see how it goes. You know, things are just going good out there. I've got a little spot that I'm starting on. It's kind of a shallow spot. I'm catching them on a big square bill crankbait, that one right there, and then I'm catching some on a jig as well. But then after that, you know, I made a couple of calls later on in the day today, so you know, I'm looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow. You gotta take every day for what it is when you're ledge fishing. You gotta have a bunch of different baits tied on and be ready for anything. And when it's happening, you got to make hay when the sun's shining, as the saying goes. But looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow. Hopefully we can catch them like that for another 2 days. Man, I'm gonna stick with basically the same program today. I'll keep looking around, you know, and checking some stuff here and there, but definitely gonna start on that same place. I hope I can get at least one more good day out of it. You know, gonna just make decisions on the fly, fish free, try to hit the right place at the right time and make good on it when we do. That's the whole goal today. Boom!
Let me see that boy. Let me see.
I mean a big one, son. Boom! What's up, Bassmaster Live? Go! You know, it's about like yesterday morning, I guess. I rolled up here yesterday morning, a little bit of a slow start. I mean, I caught a couple real quick. This morning, I cast that big square bill in there. Y'all saw me catch a 5-pounder on it first thing yesterday morning. This morning, I caught one short fish on it. That's it. Number 5. And I looked up there on my active target. I could see them. I mean, there's 20 or 30 sitting up there. Fired my jig in there, wouldn't touch it. I keep firing all this stuff in there trying to generate a bigger bite, but the only thing I can get them to bite is just a Nico rig worm. That's typical ledge fishing. Like I said, you gotta have a lot of different weapons in the arsenal, man, because their mood is a little bit different every day. I figure these fish are probably feeding at night a lot right now because there's a huge mayfly hatch going on. Yeah, just pulled up on a spot. That's a fat one. Put that on the big side. I idled over it and saw a couple sitting down there and lit them up on a crankbait pretty good. I lost a good one. Oh my gosh. Looked to be about a 4-pounder. That's the first fish I've lost all week, so I mean, it's just part of the game. I was trying to get that fish in as quick as I could and get back in there. It's very important when you fire a school up like that. You need to keep a bait in there as much as you can. But it's going pretty good. We got a solid bag, not as much as we've had the past 2 days, I don't think, but it might help. Come here. That'll definitely help. This one's just a little bit bigger. This one weighs 362, this one weighs 355. I'll be in contention going into tomorrow. If I'm not leading, I'll be right there where I need to be. It was a good day. It's working out pretty good so far. Man, got the lead going into day number 4. Got about a 3-pound lead. I had 21 pounds something today. Caught them on several different baits today. Been throwing a little Nico rig worm. Been throwing a deep diving crankbait, 6XD, big football jig. Been throwing a big square bill a little bit. So just mixing it up, you know, a lot of your ledge fishing staples, that's what I've been doing, and just all about making good decisions and landing on the right spot at the right time. Hopefully, I can do that again tomorrow, one more day, and I'll get to hoist my first blue trophy, hopefully. One more day. You know, all week it's been about rolling up at the right place at the right time, and when it starts going down, you gotta make good on it. I feel dialed in, man. I feel like it's gonna be a good day. Big one. Stay on, baby. Don't jump, don't jump. Man, it would mean everything, and it would be extra special to do it in my home state of Tennessee, for sure. You know, Pickwick Lake is certainly not my home lake by any means, but it's only a couple of hours away. My whole goal, my whole career, it's not about trophies, it's not about money, it's not about anything like that. It's about being able to support my family, pay my bills, and say that I fish for a living. If I can say that, in my opinion, I'm the luckiest man in the world. Yes! Four and a half pounder, first bite. That's the start we need. Yes. It's been a good morning so far. Obviously off to another quick start, man. This little spot has been very, very good to me. If I never catch another bass here for the rest of my life,
Yes.
it's been good to me. I've, you know, just like the past couple of mornings, I caught a limit quick, and then that scattered them out. It busted them up. They're still here. I can see them swimming around on active target all over the place. They just, when you leave them alone, which I'm gonna do, I'm fixing to leave and go to a different spot. I haven't come back to this spot in the afternoon, honestly, because I hadn't had to, but I think if I leave them alone for a few hours and let them set back up, let them settle back down, I can maybe come back this afternoon, hopefully catch a few more of them. There's still plenty of fish here. I've just got them scattered right now, and they're not 4-pounder. When they're scattered, man, they're hard to get to bite. I mean, I can cast in front of 15 or 20 and one may bite, but when they get on the spot in a school, it's automatic. That might be our earliest limit of the whole dang tournament. 751. That's the smallest one we got, I believe. We are definitely off to the kind of start that we wanted to get this morning. So I'm gonna retie right quick and reposition the boat and see if we can catch one or two more good ones off of it. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at right here. I'm telling you, that active target has been my eyes underwater this week, man, because this school, they move around so much. Every time I catch one, they'll move a little bit, and I'll just pan up there and see where they are, cast that worm right in the middle of them. 2 3/4. Yesterday I did this same thing, then I threw the worm in there and caught that last 4-pounder, so maybe. I ain't gonna say for sure, but that feels big. It may be foul hooked, I don't know. It's not that big. It's a nice one. May help a little. I think we got a 2 3/4 in there. That's a 3-pounder. Can't tell. He's decent size. I don't know if he's gonna help, but. Gosh, quit that. The joker's fat. Look at that. A little bit bigger than that last one we caught. I have caught a lot of big fish on this worm right here this week. I'm just taking a Mustad 1/8 ounce Wacky Nico weight, and I'm stuffing it in the head of that worm. That worm is a Berkeley Mac scent mag hit worm. Very popular worm on the Tennessee River. That's not a sponsored plug, it's just a dang good worm. They bite it. I've caught a bunch of them on it this week. Gosh, big smallmouth. What about that? Come here, come here. Come here. Yes, sir. What about that? First smallmouth I've caught all week. It's a dang hammer. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Way to go, dude.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to win this one, for sure. This is my 9th year on the Elite Series. I don't know where in the world the time goes, but 9 years on the Elites, and I've been close a bunch of times. I've had a great career, almost $1 million in earnings. You know, I mean, I've had a very blessed career, but For some reason, that blue trophy has eluded me up to this point, so I want this one bad. I'm not comfortable by any means. I've seen and I've caught too many upper 20s, 30-pound bags on this lake, and it happens this time of the year. You've not seen any this week, but it's possible. Probable? No, but possible? Absolutely. That's a big one, dude. Gosh, that's a tournament right there. That is her. This is big right here. Oh gosh. Lord, please let me get this fish in. Gosh. Yes! Woo! Yeah!
Brandon.
Woo! Gosh, yes!
Boom, baby.
Boom!
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure that's ball game, boys and girls. Boom! Golly! Thank you, Lord. What a giant. 6-pounder.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, 6-pounder.
So awesome.
Wow. That's what we needed, boys and girls. Unreal. That was, when I seen that fish come up, I was like, oh my gosh. Yesterday I rolled up here, probably about 1 o'clock, I made 2 critical culls. There was a little group sitting on it just right, and I lit them up on a crankbait. This morning I pulled up here, I caught that big smallmouth y'all saw. Made maybe 1 or 2 more culls. I said, well, I'll give it about 3 hours. Come back, I pulled up here, I didn't even graph it. I just pulled up and started fishing. I caught 2 small ones on a crankbait. Quit biting the crankbait, so I fired that scrounger in there. And the first or second cast on that scrounger, I caught a dang 6-pounder. Jeez. That was the most exciting fish catch of my whole career. I may not win today, but that was the most exciting fish catch of my whole career right there. I don't think so. Oh gosh, it is a big one. Ah, come here, don't do it. Yes, sir. That pretty much just puts an exclamation point on an incredible, incredible day. Gosh almighty, that is so cool. That's unbelievable. Oh man, unbelievable day. I mean, it's still possible somebody could beat me, but at this point I'll take my chances. It would take a giant bag, man. I don't really know what to say. I mean, it's like every decision I made today was the right one. I knew the fish were still there. I knew I still had the potential to catch a big bag, but you never know. I mean, it's fishing. You never know how it's gonna go, man, but gosh, unreal.
The Whataburger Bassmaster Elite on Pickwick Lake is dominated by Brandon Lester.
Marathon Peak Performance.